right, Harvey Mailer, thank you so much for a very nice presentation this morning.
It was a pleasure.
And really interesting to hear. But if you were to sort of condense the current situation in research, what are the main thing that project managers encounter nowadays?
Well, what we saw was that there was a performance challenge across many industries with projects not delivering on their original promises. We've seen that there's ongoing problems with delivery, particularly around reporting, and we've seen there's problems with learning. So the improvement rates that we might expect and have certainly been seen in other fields are not being seen across the board in projects. So those are the three key challenges that we're facing.
And sort of what are the underlying reasons for they ending up in this way?
Yeah, there's some systemic reasons and there's some behavioural reasons, and then the two obviously go together. Yeah. So the behaviours are a key part of the systems in which people work. Some of them are organisational, some of them are individual behaviours. And so some of the incentives that people are working to, for instance, the incentive to deliver early finishes, in many organisations isn't in place. Instead of incentivising people to finish work as early as possible, we actually incentivise them to hang on to work as long as possible. Instead of encouraging learning, we put in place barriers that encourage projects to be wrapped up and semi-documented as quickly as possible and get people onto the next thing because it's efficient. So there's many of the incentives that are working against us. Yeah.
And I'm sure that many of us recognize exactly this, but is there any medicine? What can we do about it? I'm sure there's no quick fix, but...
I wish there were quick fixes, but it's going to take some time. And so we start off with events like today where we can discuss these things. So first, as a profession, can we have open and honest conversations about some of the challenges that we're facing? So that for me is a first piece. I think the second thing we need to do is work with the research that we have, but also keep generating the research that shows what are the causes of some of these challenges. And I think there's a real opportunity for taking performance forward in the future to be able to say, well, we can do things differently. That there are many more levers that our project leaders can begin to pull to make the changes that they want to see that will get a better set of results in the future.
More levers than they realize themselves.
I think often that is the case. Yeah. And a lot of the development programs that we run, one of the key findings that people come away with is actually there is far more that they could do. There's far more choices that are available to them. And I think that's part of our organisations are recognising the importance and therefore are prepared to invest in giving our leaders more choices.
More choices and actually trust them to actually take a step forward as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. But also there is then also, I think there's a bigger knowledge pool available now of what can people do. It's not just the old size, we've got a process, it's one size fits all. How do we make it different for different circumstances? How do we tailor and customize what we're doing so that we're bringing the best of the best into our work? And so key things there, what are the variables that we should be working off that determine what's really good, but also what some of those the best of the best look like.
Excellent. Once again, thank you so much.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.